Good morning. Happy Thursday. It is another warm one. Let me get everything set up while I wait for everybody to come on. Oops, there it is. All right. Looks good. Okay. So, good morning. Good morning. We gonna take a deep breath. Whew. All right. We've made it through 2 more very hot days, and I'm pretty confident we'll probably make it through today. So happy Thursday. It is Bible journaling day. Still ever evolving, I guess. It will probably always ever evolve, but that's okay. So I am this morning, when you come on, if you can just say hi so I can see you, give me a thumbs up, whatever, that would be great. So I've spent some time, and I want to spend some time in Philippians. Okay, here is why. I don't know about you, but the world is forever, ever getting, I don't want to say angrier, but maybe angry is the right word, but grumpy. And I'm all about being a positive person, because the day is going to go by whether you're happy or you're sad, you're angry, you're bitter, whatever. It doesn't matter. The day is going to go by. So I'm going to choose joy. I normally do choose joy, but let me tell you, life does get me down too. It gets everybody down. Nobody is immune to what goes on. So I want to get back to being more focused on joy. Okay. I think I've said it before on one of my Bible studies. My father-in-law told me one time that there's a difference between joy and happiness. Joy comes from the Lord, so it is inside us. We just have to accept it and let it out. Okay. Happiness is circumstantial. You can be happy when, you can be happy and joyful at the same time when you get married. You can be happy when you go to a birthday party. You can be happy at a gathering with your girlfriends, things like that. Those are outside exterior motives not motives, but you know what I mean, why you're happy. Joy comes from the Lord, so we should always be filled with joy. Years ago, like 15 years ago, maybe even 20, I don't even know. I know it'll be backwards, but the 4-8 principle, mine is, I wish I could find it. I know it's somewhere, but we've got things packed up. But I went through it several years ago and did a lot of marking up. That's how I study, how I read my books. I know it's okay, people that don't believe in writing in a book. I feel you, sort of. Okay, it's your it's your prerogative, but I write in mine. I fold pages different directions depending on what I want to remember, all the fun things. Okay, so I decided I wanted to go through it again, that it was time. It was time to remind myself of the joy that we do get from the Lord. So I bought a brand new one. It's probably a good thing that I can't find the other one currently, but I know I kept it, because this one I'm going to go through. I've already started reading it, and it's like, I don't remember a lot of this, because, you use it or lose it. So anyway, that's kind of where I'm at, is I want to spend the next, I don't even know how many Thursdays that I'm going to do, but we're going to focus on joy, because I think we all need it. We all need joy. We all need to just slow down. We all need to just get back to our peace, our center. So that's what I'm going to focus on. Okay. We're going to go through, I know I'm going to reference this book quite often. If you get one, that's great. I mean, I think you can buy it on Amazon. I could probably come up with a link for you, but, if you want, like, I do have an Amazon account. Whatever that affiliate thing is, I can get you a link if you want. Just message me. but just go on Amazon, okay? It's not about making money every time we turn around. So, and I only make a little bit. So if you want to, great. If you don't, great. I would encourage you to get the book either way. Probably maybe get it on at like Walmart, Meijer. I don't know. I know Amazon has everything, but I'm telling you, Barnes and Noble's website, it's amazing too. Anyway, the squirrels got a hold of me. Sorry. All right, so we are going to go ahead and get started. I am going to, because, you know, me and the squirrels, we got to stay focused. I wrote myself some notes, so that I can stay a little more focused. But I cannot tell you that my little squirrel, I have a family of squirrels, but I have my favorite now. I've named him Pickles. Pickles might decide to come along for the journey and see where she can take me. But anyway, so I'm going to flip the camera, and hopefully I think I'm doing this right. Yeah, I think I'm going to flip it, and then we're going to get started with our, oh yes, that's right. Okay, we'll get started with our Bible journaling. Okay, so this one, I am just going to tell you, there's going to be a lot less art and floweries. I want a Bible journal to learn. Okay, so this is my way of Bible journaling. When I sit down, which I need to sit down more, I think we all probably can be, or most of us should. This is how mine turns out. Okay, so this is our new leaf, our new day, our new Bible study, our new joy. So that's the great thing about God. He gives us the grace and mercy every single day. So let me flip the camera and we'll get started. Okie doke. Probably don't need it up so high, but we will take it down. Okay, see how that works? Dun, 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 dun. We did it. Okay, now I have already pre-wrote this because sometimes it's hard for me to write and talk at the same time. Oh, and by the way, I have my tea. It's today's tea is green tea with lemon. I've been learning a lot about teas and how to better my health, and that's a whole nother story. Maybe I'll tell it a little bit tomorrow. I don't know. So if you come online and watch me tomorrow, we're going to be out in the garden, weather permitting. Okie doke. So joy is from the Lord. So in Philippians 4:8, that verse is, finally, brethren, whatever things are true, whatever things are noble, whatever things are just, pure, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are of good report, if that there is any virtue and if there is anything praiseworthy, meditate on these things. That verse in itself just makes you sit and go, just take a deep breath, breathe it in, that we're to focus on these things, the true things, the noble things, the just, pure, lovely, good report, virtue, praiseworthy. Meditate on these things. Okay, so I wrote this out so I didn't get confused. I got my new ink pens, not that I needed new ones, but these are just black. I'm gonna get a cute little case for them too, but so I'm just gonna write in, I want to know the meanings of these words, the ones that I underlined. You do you. If you want, sorry, I'm seeing one that's not dotted. If you look through these and you think, I don't want to define them, that's okay. We're going to follow along. I mean, I think you're following along on just how I do my Bible study, okay? After today, because I'm going to continue to do mine, hopefully the goal is every day, at least 5 days a week, to do mine, and then I can go back eventually, like maybe next week, and show you what I've been doing, and we'll continue our study, okay? So on true, I'm gonna like just kind of stick an arrow up here. I'm not massively concerned. True, as defined by Webster's Dictionary, is steadfast, loyal, honest, rightful. So steadfast, loyal, honest, and rightful. Okay, noble. And you can, color these in if you want to. Loyal. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's not even loyal. I'm sorry. It's the word noble. I'm thinking up here. See? There we go. Pickles takes over. Okay, noble. Noble is possessing outstanding dignity. So possessing outstanding dignity. Remember, these I looked up in the Webster's Dictionary. Online, of course, but outstanding dignity, comma, decency, and morals. Just, we're going to try to bring this a little shorter. Not that I'm too worried about like everything, how things look, but I kind of do. I'm sorry. It's true. It is. All right. Just is faithful to the original. Remember, this is my version. You don't have to, do it my way. Okay. There are just as many ways as there are people. Pure, we're going to put right here. Pure is free from moral fault or guilt. Okay, see, now I have a boo-boo. Okay, so we're going to put pure. I know I did it up here, but I'm not good with scribbles. Free from moral fault and guilt. Free from moral fault and guilt. Or guilt. How about we do and or? See, I'm not good with scribbles, so I don't want to scribble anything. Lovely, we'll put straight out here. Lovely is delightful for beauty, harmony, or grace. Delightful for beauty, harmony, or grace. And then virtue I have here, which kind of has the word and in here, so I'll just kind of do like a little whoop. No worries. No worries at all. Virtue is morally good. Behavior or character. Behavior. Okay, so these are my meanings that I've put out here. If you want, you can add color. That is fine. Sometimes I go back and do it, but it's not a necessity because my Bible journaling, I'm trying to learn this verse. What is God speaking to me? He wants me to focus on the things that are true, steadfast, loyal, honest, and rightful. Whatever things are noble, possessing outstanding dignity, decency, and morals. Whatever things are just, which faithful to the original. Whatever things are pure, free from moral fault and guilt. Whatever things are lovely, delightful for beauty, harmony, and grace. Whatever things are of good report. If there is any virtue, morally good behavior, or character, and if there is anything praiseworthy, meditate on these things. That's it. I say that's it, but the truth is, things are sometimes a little bit hard. I get it. I'm gonna make this go up. Like, learning this whole online stuff sometimes is a little bit hard. I don't know if you can see, see it all. Okay. Okie doke. So now I've written my verse. I've written my definitions that I need. And what we're going to do for these next several, I know it'll be at least several weeks, okay, is we're going to upgrade our Joy software. Okay, so in the book, that's what he talks about. Upgrading our Joy software, especially is a good word that we use in today's society. So, okay, but I'm not going to write that on here. Okay, so when I'm looking at this, and I'm sure you're thinking, because when I read this whole verse, I thought the same thing. But what about the bad things? Just because I believe in the Lord, just because I know that He wants me to have joy, doesn't mean that there's going to be joy all the time. Okay? There's bad things that happen all the time. A bad storm, we lose a loved one, a car accident, the kids opening the hot chocolate and splattering it all over your kitchen, fun stuff like that. Not that that ever happened to me. I'm going to change the size of my ink pen. Okay. All right. So here's a verse that goes with joy because it helps you to understand, helped me to understand, okay? Because years ago when our first 3 kids were pretty little, I went to therapy for a hot minute. Well, actually probably 4 or 5 hot minutes, but anyway, so some bad things happened. They kept happening for years and years and years. And, you go into depression because all you want to think on is, oh my goodness, woe is me. This is happening. This is happening. This is happening. And that's all you can see. The kids aren't behaving. They're doing bad in school. What am I going to do? Whatever. Okay. I went to counseling and I was told that I needed to pray for all and give thanks for all those things. Okay? Those circumstances, those bad, I wasn't upset about bad grades. Anything, if you're having marital problems, if your neighbor just keeps eating away at you, I don't know, whatever it might be. Okay? So I was like, are you kidding me? But there is a Bible verse that goes with joy, because it is, actually, I'm gonna turn this because I'm gonna write it the other direction. Okay, I'm gonna write it this way because it's not this verse, but it goes with this verse. But I think we'll start it here. Yeah, here. Okay, it is, be joyful always. Be joyful always. Pray continually. Give thanks. In all things. We'll put things in parentheses because the word is actually circumstances. But like I just said, I don't like markouts in my book, so we'll put circumstances, but we'll put this in parentheses. For this is God's will for you, See, it's hard for me to write and talk at the same time. And we'll write this nice and pretty. Okay, so this is another verse. Oh, and I'm sorry. This is 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 16 through 18, and this is the NIV version. Okay, so we're going to put this here. All right. Now, So this over here, don't ask me why I did it this way. I just wanted to. So with this verse, maybe I should have put it here. It's okay. It's okay. So what is he trying to tell me in that verse? The squirrel got a hold of me. So Pickles took over. This should have actually been over here, but it doesn't matter, okay? It's all about what works for you, okay? So I'm actually, because it's not quite where I want it, I'm going to make it a complete box so that I can take this arrow and go here, because I can. Okay, we'll just kind of put in some coloring scribbles. That's what we'll do. Okay, so this verse, what is that trying to tell me? So when bad things happen to us, and this verse says to give thanks in all things. Okay, it doesn't say give thanks when I'm happy. It doesn't say even give thanks when it's, you know, an answer to prayer or anything. It says all things, and all means everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay, so knowing this verse and trying to stay within the joy, my thoughts start to go to what are you trying to teach me? So sorry, I lost my train of thought. What do you want to teach me, Lord? It's what lesson? So these are the questions that I start to ask myself. What are you trying to teach me in this dark time? Okay? Because dark times, they don't mean that I can't be happy. Well, joyful. There's a difference between that. So are you, this he could be trying to teach me my lesson could be for someone else. It could be my lesson is to teach someone else. Or my lesson could be to comfort someone else. Okay. When Paul wrote Philippians, the things that he went through, he was in jail. Okay? So when you read up on Philippians, Paul wrote this when he was in jail. So when he was in jail, obviously he was not, totally happy or anything. We wouldn't be, I guess. But he was there to comfort the others and to teach us. He's teaching us through his word. Okay? Sorry. It's kind of warm in here. Anyway. So for me to keep going back to here, I have to remind myself to to give thanks for all circumstances. Okay? That's going to help God to still work with me. If I start getting angry and holding a grudge and being resentful, I don't know. I think that all of us, every single one of us, can look at people and they know somebody in their life or maybe their neighbor, or maybe they met somebody, whatever, that you can tell that bitterness and anger has consumed them. You can see it, their words, their body, because I believe it takes over your health and it makes you unhealthy, and it can destroy you and make you have all kinds of sicknesses if you don't let it go and grow and just say, Lord, I give it to you. Because it has to be that way, in my opinion. Okay. So I don't know where I was going with that thought. So anyway, so you have this, something else, and you can do, you do you. Oh, I have red. I'm so excited. Okay. So if I'm joy-filled, except joy-filled, to be joy-filled does not mean, this is something else I like to do because sometimes we forget. We'll make it kind of small though. So joy-filled, and I'm going to put a big old through this because does not mean, okay, it's not equal to. So if I'm joy-filled, it does not mean a perfect life. It does not mean a worry-free life. And it does not mean a great life. But joy-filled does mean I have red. Pretty convenient. Joy-filled does mean that I trust that God is in control. Have you ever noticed, it doesn't matter what your mood is, but whatever's going on, you still go on. If you're angry, your life still goes on. If you're happy, it still goes on. If you're in the middle of a circumstance, and even when somebody dies, yes, you're going to grieve them, and it's very normal, and it's good for you to grieve. But even if you have a little laughter within the grief, it's because you still have that joy, especially if you know that your loved one went on to be with the Lord. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know why I went that way. Okay, so joy-filled does not equal this, but it does equal a trust in God that He is in control. Okay? Because, okay, this is 1 Thessalonians. Okay, so right here, I'm also going to put that, I don't know. Let's put another box here. I think this is where I start to just draw little things because I need boxes to separate things. You could take a highlighter and do this. If you have colored pencils, you could color this in. Whatever makes you happy. Okay? So here, I have one more Bible verse that I want to put in here because sometimes, especially when bad things happen, we are like, oh my gosh, I trust in the Lord, and here, why is this happening to me? We've all been there, done that. We're all going to be done that again in the future. It is just what we have to go through when we're here on earth. All right, so my other one is, it goes with this, that you trust that God is in control. Because, let's see, God is in control. He loves me and works things out for me. He works things out for my good. Okay. He works them out for my good, not that everything that is bad becomes good, okay? Because we're still going to experience heartache. It is not good in our mind. Disappointment isn't good. Detours that maybe after plans that we've made, those to us are not good. So he's going to, even if we have, here, I got an idea. It just came to me. I know they don't quite go together, but they could. Okay, so this Bible verse, I'm going to write it in red. Okay, is Romans 8:28. And we know that in all things, God works for the good of those who love him. Who have been called according to his purpose. Now, nowhere do we find that when you become a Christian, your life is going to be all just amazing roses and fun stuff. So we need to stop thinking that direction. I am going to color this in. I have a colored pencil. Okay. So I love how the Bible doesn't have the gray area that us humans try to throw in there. Just like this verse talks about, we know that in all things, all is everything, all you could possibly think of. Even in the Thessalonian verse, when it says give thanks in all things, it doesn't say this and this and this and or the things that you like, but don't worry about those other things if you don't want to give thanks for them. In God's world, it's all or nothing. If there's a verse that's not all about all or nothing, please put it in the comments because I'd love to read it. Because I'm definitely, not a scholar when it comes to the Bible. I tend to dig into the Bible on the subjects that matter to me, like if I'm going through a bad time, trying to stay joyful in life, things like that. I study what I need, I guess is a way to say it. I can't tell you that I've actually just read the Bible to read the Bible. I specifically am looking for something, and that's generally how I read the Bible. So, whether that's right or wrong, I don't know. But it is what I do. Okay, I want to keep these in my head to know that these, this one goes to this. So since I wrote it sideways, so for me, I just want them to go together. So I'm just going to take a colored pencil, nothing fancy, kind of color it in. Everybody can do this. Because I don't care so much about the artwork. I want to know that when I go back to reread this, that it all flows together and I can figure out what's going on. You can color the word joy, which eventually I may or may not. I don't know. But I did do a little bit of research, and I know it has nothing to do with necessarily Christianity. But before I tell you that little story, I'll flip it back so you can see my face. So this is the beginning of my joy series, okay? I will just continue just so you have an idea, because when I come back next week, I'll have like 4 or 5 pages done. I tend to try to keep everything on a page that goes with my way of thinking. I want to learn about joy from Paul's perspective. Like Paul, like I said, he's in prison. He's waiting to die, possibly. He's in not a very happy place. Okay? So how did he stay positive? And how can we apply that to our day, our life in this day and age? Okay? So like I said, this book, The 4-8 Principle by Tommy Newberry, is an amazing book. I've already started, reading it. Okay, so this is what I do. Like, this is underlining. I didn't have a highlighter, or honestly, I probably would have highlighted. Eventually, I'll write out in the edges and all the things. So it's going to be well loved. That to me is a well loved book. Like I said, if you want and you wanted to help me out by giving, ordering it through Amazon through my link, that's great. Just ask me for it, because I don't necessarily know. I'll put it in the description, because like I told you, I want to learn and grow together in the Word of God, focusing solely right now on joy. Okay, understanding that joy is God's gift to us. Okay, He wants us to be joyful. He wants us to be thankful, and it does not totally at all mean that we're gonna get a pass through life that just says you always are gonna be happy. It doesn't work that way. Okay, so let me flip this, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about. I wonder. Whoops. Dun, 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 dun. I'm trying to make it so I don't have to hold the camera. There we go. I like that better. Okay, so, sorry. There we go. I've known about this for a long time. My other friend, Jane, I actually bought her a piece, and I might buy myself a piece just so that I can be forever reminded. Okay, there is a Japanese, I believe it's Japanese. Oh, I can't see without my glasses, because that's what happens when you get to be older. Not always. My daughter's had glasses forever, so that's really not a good thing. Okay, I think it is Japanese though. So it's called kintsugi. I think that's how you say it. Please don't judge me if I said it wrong, because I'm sure I did. It is broken pottery that's repaired with a lacquer that they mix gold or silver or platinum or just some valuable powdered substance to repair it so that it becomes just more beautiful. They view it as brokenness is not something to be hidden. Okay, I think you've probably seen them. It's like, usually it's a bowl, a bowl, and then you'll see cracks go through it, and it'll be like, usually I would say mostly gold, but at least maybe that's the only ones I've seen. I want to get one just because I do think they're beautiful, but it represents to me that even in our brokenness, God can bring so much beauty to that piece. And that could be you, okay? Because eventually we're all going to be broken in some way, shape, or form, okay? Because brokenness can be anything, and we all know that. So what I'm getting at is, and maybe you need to get a piece of that wherever you buy it. I don't remember. But even in that brokenness, we can still be filled with joy. Okay. Because like I keep saying, joy is from within. Okay. It is from God. God designed us to all, desire that. I mean, he wants his children to be happy. I mean, just think about our children. I mean, I have 4 kids. I don't know how many children you have, or maybe you don't have kids, but maybe you have aunts and uncles, you know, or nieces and nephews, or whoever in your life. I have 2 beautiful God grandchildren, I call them, because God blessed me with 2 amazing grandchildren. And you want them to be joyful. You want them to be filled with joy. You want them happy, but happy isn't the same as joy. So anyway, all that being said, that is why I want to focus on this, because I personally need to get back to the joy. Okay, I haven't, I'm mostly joyful, but there's so many times I've been focusing on too many negative things. And it's not that those negative things don't happen when we're, as we go along, but we don't have to shine the light on them. Okay, we can deal with them and put them away. It's all good. Okay, I want to learn to focus on the blessings. Like the Lord blessed me today. He woke me up. I have a wonderful husband. I have 4 children that love me. I have a beautiful house and garden, friends. I have the ability to get on here and talk to you, which makes me happy. So just look at things that way, okay? Because the day is gonna go on either way. So that's what, as a community, as my friends, as my neighbors, I want to focus on, and I want you to focus on too. So let's learn how to do this together. Are we going to stumble? Absolutely. Are we going to get back up? Absolutely. We only fail if we stay on that ground. So grab a friend, give them a big hug, just because you can. Love everybody, and let's work on this joyful journey because we need it. So knowing that, I would like for you, I'm trying to read something, to keep your Bible open, your heart listening, and may God's word continue to bloom in your life. And until we meet again, keep creating that beautiful life. God bless. Till next time.